The Healing Clinic is a very unique organization in that it is tailored specifically to the Illinois Medical Cannabis Pilot Program. Illinois purposefully set up one of the most stringent and regulated medical cannabis pilot programs. And they did this to avoid pitfalls that are seen in many other states, which is good for a lot of reasons. But being a patient who has been registered in California and in Michigan and who has benefited a lot from medical cannabis, when I read the bill that was originally signed by Pat Quinn, I saw how strict the regulations were going to be for patients and how the process was going to be complicated. And so I decided to create an organization to make that process comprehensive. We help patients get through the entire certification process. And that basically means getting registered successfully with the Illinois Department of Public Health to become a registered medical cannabis patient. A lot of cancer patients, we see a lot of HIV patients, MS patients. We just recently partnered with the Epilepsy Foundation, which we're really proud of and happy about. And so we just began seeing a lot of epilepsy patients. As of January 1st, pediatric patients are now allowed to apply and register for the program. So we are now treating pediatric patients as well. I was diagnosed with lupus in 2009, and my diagnosis was a big hit and it was a big blow to my life. I didn't know anything about lupus, but all the doctors were telling me was that they didn't know what caused it, that there was no cure, and that the medicine that I had to take every day to keep the symptoms at bay was very toxic, and it made me very sick. At some point, a close friend of mine sent me an article about cannabis and how it could help people with lupus and other autoimmune disorders. So I did a lot of independent research, and I found out that medical cannabis could be a really good, non-toxic, natural alternative that could help me with my symptoms, especially with the symptoms related to the medication that I had to take every day. From the moment that we're concepted, from the moment that we're growing and, before we're born, our bodies are naturally producing cannabinoid receptors all over our bodies, throughout all of our systems. Our blood, our brain. It's really interesting. And these cannabinoids are very, very similar to the natural cannabinoids in cannabis, in the cannabis plant. So what happens is when people ingest or consume cannabis, these cannabinoid receptors, they latch on to those that are naturally occurring in our body, and they heal us. Almost immediately after beginning to use medical cannabis, my life became a lot better. Meeting various patients over the years, many patients over the years that were suffering from different conditions than mine and different symptoms than my own, yet we're still reporting amazing benefits. And so I realized that medical cannabis was a really big deal and something that really needed to be pushed forward.